Last week somebody commented on my channel that I should go try different coffee shops in London and rank them, because first of all, I'm always asking you guys for video ideas because my imagination can only stretch so far. But also, if you couldn't tell from the fact that I look like capitalism's final boss, I love a good trendy coffee shop in a metropolis. I have looked through pretty much every cafe recommendation in London and picked out the ones that I think look the best. And this week I'm going to be going around said cafes and trying them out and ranking them for you guys. Speaking of ranking, call me a research method expert because I've actually devised the perfect categories for this. Number 1, price. Number 2, I'm going to be ranking how good the drink actually is. Number 3 is the experience, and I'm going to be ranking the workability of these cafes. I want a cafe that I can sit in for a whole day and actually get work done. If this is not relevant to you, feel free to ignore this category. To the cafes! Woo! Can I get an iced Americano, please? I haven't. I ordered an Americano this morning because I thought it was my first coffee of the day, so I can kind of afford to go a little bit more intensely. And I fear that I feel a little bit over caffeinated, so bear with me if I'm extra annoying for this segment. We're starting off the video pretty strong. This is not actually technically just a cafe. They have lunch and dinner. So at a certain point around the day they shift. So I could see a lot of people having lunch, but I think until 4 p.m. you're still allowed to have your laptop out. Let's go through my rating system. Okay, number 1 in terms of price. I paid $4.75 for an iced Americano, which I will say is a little bit more on the steep price for Americano considering it's literally just coffee with water. However, I would say the average for it is around like 3 something, and I preferred working in this spot than most generic unnamed franchises. Another reason why I ordered an iced Americano is because I actually wanted to taste the coffee profile in of itself, because I'm not mad paying a little bit extra if the coffee is actually good, but if it's burnt, then I'm gonna be mad. And I will say that I actually quite enjoyed the taste of this coffee. I have absolutely no idea what beans they were or what roast style they were, but I did enjoy it. It was like the correct amount of intense. In terms of experience, I love the whole vibes, and not to be super shallow, but the decorations were really nice. As a mid-century modern lover, I was all for it. They also had an outdoor space, like a garden. That's what it's called. However, it's really hot outside and I was enjoying the air conditioning a little bit too much. In terms of workability, I have no complaints. The Wi-Fi was great. It's surprisingly not a feature that all cafes have in 2024, but it worked pretty well. I was downloading things and streaming like YouTube and it was working pretty fine. At this point of the day, everyone pretty much had their laptop out and was working, and there were some people taking meetings really quietly. So if you're someone who has to take meetings throughout the day, that's a bonus for you, but I personally don't like taking meetings in public because I am always self-conscious that people are going to find me extremely annoying. Speaking of annoying, I'm going to shut up and let's go to our second location. Let's go. Can I get a iced chai with almond milk? That's okay. I have a very important announcement to make. I did in fact try my first chai latte of my life. So for everybody who's been telling me for years that I would in fact enjoy chai lattes, you guys were right. So maybe I should start listening to people. Here's the price again, £4.30. I am not expecting any less at a trendy London cafe, if I'm being very honest. However, I'm gonna knock it off a few points because they did my pet peeve that a cafe can do, which is charge me extra for alternative milks. And I know it's like more expensive for them to buy it, but I honestly would just rather you include that in the price because it makes me mad. It makes me mad. So I think the chai latte in itself was £4 and then they charged me 30p extra. So you're on thin ice. The drink in itself, again, I'm a big fan of. I had the chai latte with almond milk and I thought it was the perfect level of sweetness. And I had a theory that it would somehow offset the caffeine-induced anxiety that I was having. And I was completely right, so life hack with Matilde. In terms of experience, it's called the Foreign Exchange News, which made it a nightmare to find on Apple Maps. I actually have like a foreign exchange shop within the cafe, which I thought was really cute. And the decor was also very nice. It was also mid-century modern. I promise I'm not doing this on purpose. It was a very small cafe, so if you want to go there during the weekends or during the holidays, a more busy time, then I don't think you'll probably be able to find a spot to sit because there was like 5 people in there and I took pretty much the only spot left. So in terms of workability, I don't think that this is the best cafe. Like I said, it doesn't have a lot of space. 2 bonus points for having wireless chargers. I think it's a really cute place that if you're around the area and you just want to pop by for a quick coffee, drink it in or take it away, then I think it's great. On to the next one though.
Can I have an iced almond milk latte?
I know for a fact somebody's gonna comment that it's not a fair experiment because I keep ordering the different drinks and therefore I can't compare it. The only thing that I have to say to you is, why do you hate fun? I don't know why I'm so overly exposed. Drink prices, I paid $4.30 for it, which again, same price at pretty much every cafe that we've been to so far. The drink in itself, moment of silence. I am an almond milk lover. I will die for almond milk. However, most cafes don't really know how to make an almond milk latte because they'll either make it like super sweet, or they make it so that it just tastes like it's water. You know, the really cheap quality almond milks that are just water flavored. But this one was good. I liked the concept of having like photo booth cafes and they had some really nice cameras around. I have a bone to pick though. I finished my latte and there was the ice at the bottom, and I'm an ice eater. My favorite part about getting an iced drink is getting to the bottom and having a little treat, which is just crunchy ice. And I was eating this ice and I put my cup down for 1 second, literally 1 second, to answer a text message, and this man just came and took it away. I wasn't done with my drink, I still had ice in it. So I was a little bit mad about that because he could have asked. Again, the service was really nice and the people serving me were so kind. The last category I think is workability, and I will be very honest with you. Wi-Fi was great, the music was really loud. I was just making some little edits and stuff for work, so it didn't really require much concentration, but if you're trying to write something or take meetings, I think it's going to be pretty hard for you because the music was really loud. Again, I think this is more of a social cafe, which is, if you're looking for that, then I definitely recommend it. Work cafe? Maybe not. The search continues. Onwards. Hey. Okay, this one is kind of a cheating because I have gone to Toconoco before. However, I have only gone there for food, and this time I also tried a drink, so I feel like that counts. So you physically cannot go to Toconoco and not want to order everything on the menu because A, it's like the most cheap place ever to eat. Which, side note, if you guys want to see a video of me breaking down the cheapest places to eat in London, make sure you comment down below. Okay, the drink that I got was the honji cha. I was deeply humbled by having to pronounce that to the Japanese worker. In terms of price, again, I will say it, I love this place so much. My sister and I both had lunch there. I got my drink and it was £17.50 for everything, which I feel like there's not many places that you can, 2 people can eat with a drink for £17.50. Hojicha. Yo, shout out to the garbage truck that just decided to park right outside my house right now. But in terms of the drink, it was so good, and there's literally only 2 places that I found in London so far that do this drink. Essentially, it's like the halfway point between coffee and matcha, except that it's not coffee. It's basically just roasted green tea leaves, but it tastes somewhat like in the middle of both, and it was really good. In terms of atmosphere, I love this cafe so much. I love it so much because it's like right by the canals, just like casual Japanese style, which is just so much. In terms of workability as well, there were some people on their laptops that had pulled it out. There was specific places that were really good for just like one person to sit down, and there were also more like big tables. Not to have a super hashtag deep influencer real one-on-one moment, but I actually did have another cafe that I wanted to go to today. But I've been taking these super like strong antihistamines that were prescribed to my doctor because I've been having the worst allergy season this year. Please, somebody else tell me that they were also going through this because I feel very weird. So having said that, if you guys want a part 2 and if you have any other cafe recommendations that you want me to check out, make sure you comment that down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for whoever recommended that I do this because I actually did have a lot of fun, and even if I spent way too much money on all of these cafes, it is a tax write-off. So okay, bye.